people were saying I was having connection issues, and eventually I was just like, okay, I can't stop it. Let's see what happens if I move over here. So, can anybody hear me? Okay. So, in the meantime, again, I apologize about that connection issue. It looks like, hopefully, I'm really hoping people know that this video is happening now and to come on over here instead of that first one, because that was really disappointing how technology failed me yet again. Okay, so Amy Walker, hey, can you tell me if the video is smooth right now or kind of choppy, kind of broken up? Internet person says you're coming in clear now. Oh, that is such good news. Hallelujah. I hated doing that because I put the link for the first live stream everywhere, and now people are gonna go to a live stream that's only 4 minutes of me being like, technology. Okay. Anyway, let's see. What were we talking about? When I moved into my van, the first place I went was Indiana. After staying the night with my friend, the first destination was Shades State Park. They had a campground, but I was like, no, I moved into my van and I furnished it out so I didn't have to stay in a campground. I have everything I need. I should just be able to sleep wherever. But the place I was planning on staying was like 30 minutes away. So I was like, oh, nope, never mind. Don't want to do that anymore. So, sorry, I'm trying to make myself not look washed out. This is like so, I like have really, like, I think about my live streams so much and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so professional, I'm gonna have lighting, everything's gonna be in place, and then never really works out like that, does it? Okay, well, thank you to you guys that are telling me it's coming in smooth now. I really hope it stays that way. Let me know if it's not. But yeah. And then after, back to the story about Shades State Park, my first day of van life. I found a place to stay on Overlander. Hi, Tiny Fairy. Thanks for coming. But I found a place to stay for the night, and then I realized it was half an hour away. So I went to a Walmart and went up and asked at customer service if I could stay in the parking lot. I remember being so nervous, and like every time I would hear a car drive past me, I would peer out my little window covers and be like, I'm ready. I'm ready if anyone is trying to rob me tonight. They're not gonna know what they had coming. No, not really. Hi, Miss Sunshine. Hi, Miscellaneous BS. Glad you all have made it to the live stream. I was just reminiscing on my first day of van life. I was really nervous at first, and this is so cool. I didn't have my string lights back then, hanging out in the evening time, and I'm like, man, this is pretty cool. My own little pod. Oh, Amy Walker, you live in Indianapolis. That's awesome. That's great. It is a very nice place. I was impressed with the rocks that were obviously like a creek or something has washed them out a lot over time, and then it looks like that. Oh, so cool. Such a cool place. I have been to so many cool places. I don't remember the number off the top of my head. I think it might be 34 or something right now, but I'm really so lucky to be going to all these places. So grateful. Tonight I am drinking Falls City Beer, Hazy Hipster. I am from Kentucky, so I am drinking this beer from Louisville while I am hanging out here. If you all didn't know, I started in Kentucky. I'm from Kentucky. Went up north for the summer, did New England in the fall, came back to Kentucky for Thanksgiving, did a loop throughout Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, and then back up for Christmas time. And then after Christmas, went down to Florida, went all the way across to Arizona, went up a level to Utah, and now I've been working my way back to Kentucky for May because taking a break, Derby season, and going to 2 weddings. So now to take some questions. C-Mom said, what started your decision to go on this quest? That is a great question. Part of it was just because it was 2020 and 2021, and I felt so trapped, and I was like, I really need to travel and do something. I've wanted to live in a van for a few years now, but then in 2020, that's when it really started to get popular, and there were just so many ideas out there. In the fall of that year, 2020, I was thinking, because I had a summer job, and then I was like, okay, what do I do next? And I was like, I could look for another job, or I could get this van thing going that I've been dreaming about. And then eventually I figured it's now or never, you know, like you can always put off your dreams however long you want, but life is short. So that's what started me on the quest. Oh, also going to, I didn't want to just do van life out west because I was like, oh, you know, that's what everyone does. I hadn't heard of anyone trying to go to all 50 states while living in their van. And now, like Kara and Nate are huge YouTubers. They've done it. So now it doesn't really seem like as original of an idea, but at the time I was like, I haven't heard anyone do it before, so that's like, let me do it. Let me be the first. Alrighty, question time. Greg Peterman says, I hang a real kerosene lamp on a stick across my sunroof. Stink goes up and out. Interesting. My sunroof doesn't open, so that's not really a possibility for me, but I'm sure that's a very cool vibe for you. That sounds really, really retro, really adventurous feeling. Bryce Flew says, besides the Superior hiking trail from my beautiful Minnesota, you should try the, I don't know how to pronounce that word, but Witcha Trail in Oklahoma and Arkansas. Oh, that would have been so cool. I was in a hurry not in a hurry, but time was of the essence when I was going through Oklahoma and Arkansas because I was trying to get back in time for the Kentucky Derby. So I didn't have really weeks to spend on that, but I did do, I am so excited for next Wednesday's video. There's this trail called Eye of the Needle in Arkansas. If anyone has been there, let me know, but it was one of my favorites I've done on this entire road trip, and I filmed a lot of it on my GoPro, and it's just so epic. It's basically, at first the trail starts off, you're walking by a creek. Then you're walking back and forth across the creek. Then sometimes you have to walk through the creek, and it ends in this big, beautiful waterfall, and then you can do this extra little challenging part if you want. And I did, and so cool. I can't wait to show you guys. Stay tuned for that next Wednesday. Oh, but maybe I do have another long distance hike in the cards because I'm looking into doing the John Muir Trail when I'm in California. That is, I think it's 260 miles, 260 miles. I am scared of bears though, and going alone, so I might decide not to, and I might do more research, and it turns out maybe that's not a thing. Maybe you just carry bear spray and don't worry about it. I need to look more into that, but point being that I might have another long distance hike coming up. Really looking forward to that, if it happens. Hopefully. Oh, you guys are asking so many questions. Thank you so much. I'm glad everyone's here. Gabe R says, seems okay. Glad you think so. Sherry Ann says, hi, Maddie. How did you finance your van life? Well, from like November 2020 to May 2021, so this time last year, I worked a factory job. It was GE Appliances. If you heard of those, if you have a dishwasher from them or a fridge or a microwave or something, that's the factory I worked in. It was very hard. I felt very unhealthy because you don't really have a good sleep schedule. Your dinner break is, or your quote unquote lunch is at 8 p.m. and it's a half an hour that you have to like get everything ready and eat it in. So like I wasn't eating enough, I wasn't sleeping enough. Really not a great experience, but because that is a factory where they have a union, I did make pretty good money and I saved up for my van. Now I am still continuously sustaining myself by working food delivery jobs, which is nice because I can decide where to work. My YouTube also, I do make some money off of YouTube, but it's not enough to sustain myself yet. So, tell all your friends. Sorry, I'm putting my finger in your guys' face. Ryan Williams says, hi, friend. Hi from New Jersey. Oh, hi. I love New Jersey. I did a hike called the Pinnacle Trail or something like that, but it was just like on the edge of New Jersey, like I crossed the New York state line and went back at one point on the trail, but there was a really cool rock scramble. So if you're ever up that way, up in New Jersey, hope you get to stop there. It's really cool. So many people are here. I'm so excited to have you all. Aldo Azrado Perez says, OMG, I love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear that. I work very hard on them, so I'm so glad my efforts are paying off for you. Maxim Outdoors says, any states you feel like you might have missed out on seeing something? Oh, yes, so many. Upstate New York, I felt like I could have spent more time in. I was there for a full week, but for example, there was this place called Watson's Glen State Park that I stayed near, and then I saw it, but I saw it on my way to go get an oil change, and then when I was done, I went back and I was like, oh, I might as well see this place, and then I was like, you have to pay for parking and it's crowded, so I'm just gonna go on. But it turns out that's like a renowned hike. So I'm gonna go back there someday. Also, I feel like Tennessee has a lot of gems in it that I missed out on because it was really cold. Yeah, I really tried to make the best of the cold weather, but it was just unpleasant. So I want to go back to Tennessee. And then where else? Georgia. I went to a really cool place that looked like a smaller Grand Canyon, but I felt like there was more like swampy things I could have seen in Georgia. Oh, I want to go back to Alabama. And in Mississippi and Louisiana, I really got to see a lot of the coastline, but I want to see like what else is up there. Also, so much to see in Utah, so much to see in Arizona. So basically all the states I've been to, I want to go back to and see more. Basically at this point. Alrighty. C-Mom says, awesome. What jobs did you do before? So before the factory job, I did summer camp work, basically. I went to school and got a degree in recreation. I wanted to be a summer camp director, but for so long, I was looking for a co-ed, outdoor-based summer camp that had nice people and had an opportunity for me to move up through the ranks, and that was just so hard to find. A lot of places they already had people in charge that were planning to stay there forever and ever, so that job just didn't work out, which I do miss it, but I'm also glad because otherwise I wouldn't have discovered how much I love making videos. Greg Peterman says, can't wait to get back out west. I know the feeling. I'm glad you're getting to go. That's great. Aldo Ezrado Perez says, how old are you and what did you major in? I am 29 and a half. I'm turning 30 on August 9th of this year. So we are a few months away, people. Start the countdown. When I was talking about the John Muir Trail earlier, it'd be so cool if I could plan that out so that my birthday was on the trail and I would start hiking in my 20s and finish in my 30s. What an accomplishment that would be. I would love that. Oh, what did I major in? Recreation. If you missed that before, I majored in Parks and Recreation. Greg Peterman says, your sunroof doesn't open? I use mine to get up on the roof. Oh, that's cool. Stephanie Spivey says, hey, from Virginia. I'm leaving in 2 weeks for a minivan journey. Not looking forward to the heat and bugs. Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's always rough. Hopefully, I don't know where you're going, but if you're in Virginia, maybe you're going up to the mountains or something in Shenandoah, and you might find a little bit of escape from them. Good luck on that journey, though. That sounds so fun. Greg Pearman says she has a master's degree in van life. Heck yeah! Oh, thank you. Luis Contreras. Sorry, I'm trying to learn Spanish, so it's helping me remember pronunciation to try to pronounce your last name. Luis Contreras, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, says, try the Eagle Loop Trail is amazing there in Arkansas. I have just went to Arkansas a few weeks ago, so I don't know how soon I'm going back, but that does sound awesome. Thumbs up, Tiny Fairy. Let's support Maddie. Thank you so much. Yeah, anyone watching, if you want to hit that thumbs up, that does help me out. Also, thank you for bringing that up, Tiny Fairy, because I'm going to ask a favor of everyone that is on here right now. It is my 1-year anniversary, so if you want to get me a little anniversary gift, if you want to help out my channel, please share my channel trailer, which is the video that is premiering an hour from when this started. So, fun fact, I took my watch off and I can't see what time it is because I'm live streaming. The next hour from now, let's see. This has been going 19 minutes. My other one was 5 minutes. So in 35 minutes from now, my channel trailer is premiering. If you all could share that and help me get the word out about my channel, I would be so grateful. So my ultimate goal with my YouTube is to have a business where I send people beer maybe once a month, and it's the beer I've been drinking in my videos, and it would be kind of a subscription service, so people would be paying to receive those, and it would be a fair price, because I know a lot of beer delivery services are really expensive, and I hate expensive things, so I don't want to do that. But that is my big dream, my big goal, to turn this channel into a business. Wouldn't it be so cool to be able to, taste along the beer that someone is describing Anyway, in order to get to that place, I'm really hoping to get more views and more subscribers. So far I have about 6,500 subscribers in that area. That's the next milestone that's coming up. And I would really like to get to 1,000 more within a month or so, if possible. And that is a whole lot of ways to grow, especially looking at the patterns of my growth so far. But I've set goals for where I want to be, and in order to meet my goal for this year, I need to grow kind of a lot. So if you could help me out and maybe I don't know, post it to your Facebook news feed for your friends to see. People tell me I remind them of their daughter. Send it to your daughter. Maybe you have a friend that you talk to van life or travel stuff about. Send them the link to that video and be like, hey, you might like this. So if anyone is wanting to give me a gift or help me out in order of this occasion, then that would really help if you share my channel video that is about to premiere. C-Mom says, will you go through the states again? Yes, I hope so. Coming up in the next 2 years, I really want to hike the Appalachian Trail, and I really want to go on some international adventures now that borders are opening up. So hopefully that's coming down the line. But yes, I would love to do a second lap, especially once I get that business going. How cool would that be? I already know cool places to return to and so many that I missed out along the way. So yes, I would love to return to states. Tanya has entered the chat. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for being here. Big D Willie says, how many people say quote unquote? How about not quoting in the first place? I don't even remember when I said that. Sorry, my bad. Sherry Ann says, come on over to Oregon. We have lots of crazy trails and this beer is crazy good. Yes, I'm coming to Oregon in July. I already have a list of places I'm planning on going and I can't wait. Sherry Ann also said, can we send super chats? Honestly, I haven't figured out how to do that. So potentially, yes, hopefully someday, but when I started live streaming, I was kind of against it because I was like, oh, I don't want it to be a money thing. But so many people have asked about it that I think, people seem interested. So I will do that in the future, coming up. Coming up. Thank you all so much for being here. There are so many people in this chat. Maxim Outdoors, sorry Watson's Glen was closed. Ryan Williams says, next time in New Jersey, you have to explore the South, Wildwood. You can compare it to other states with a beachfront boardwalk. I did go in the South of New Jersey to a place called Pearl Beach, or something like that, but there were these stones that were supposed to look, Diamond Beach. That was it, but I didn't see any. So I have actually been to the south of New Jersey. I took the ferry to Delaware, and that was a really cool experience. Aldo says, are you getting a big girl job after visiting? Nope. I am trying to make YouTube a career as much as possible. We will see, honestly, because it is kind of like saying, I want to be a rock star or something, to say you want to make a career out of YouTube. It's one of those things that a lot of people want, but it can only come true for so many people. So I am going to try my darndest, but we shall see. I'm still trying, though, as hard as I can. I figure I come this far. Gotta keep going. Maxim gave you a shout out in my last video. Thank you. I will go watch Maxim Outdoors' latest video. Marshall says, happy anniversary. Thank you. Internet person says, I'm at work. I could use a couple beers in a beautiful place right now. Let me tell ya. Well, internet person, this hazy IPA is for you. Drinking in your honor. SM space M says, hi from Oregon. Hi. Hey just Hooka says, are you coming to California? Of course I am. I love California. I'm going there one of the last states. It might be August. But also, if you're looking for some California goodness, I was there in the middle of last summer. I had to take a break for work in the middle of my road trip after I had just started living in a van. So that was kind of a bummer. But while I was there, I hiked San Gregorio. So if you want to scroll back through my channel, I posted that at the end of last August. So you should watch that. That was a good hike. Kimberly Estrada, hi, happy anniversary. Thank you. So glad you could join me. C-Mom says, that's the best idea, having a beer subscription. Thank you. I'm glad you're on board. Tiny Fairy says, happy anniversary. Thank you. Greg Peterson says, gas too much in California. Oh, that's what I hear. That's what I hear. It's going to be rough, but yeah. Internet person said, road trip brew SA sequel confirmed. Yes, I love it. Tiny Fairy says, I can't wait for the Appalachian Trail. Ooh, and I'm going, when I do hike the Appalachian Trail, I'm trying to get that beer subscription. Not beer subscription, but hopefully I can make it more of a thing people can opt into. Right now I'm just doing beer giveaways. I'm hoping like when I do the Appalachian Trail, I can send people a package of one beer from each state of the AT. But anyway, I just have so many ideas and stuff. Richard Brown says, you'll do well on YouTube, bearing any unreasonableness from policy changes. How entertaining your videos are. I don't know how you don't have. Oh, thank you. I try so hard. Thanks. That's great to hear. Chad said, hello from Arizona. Oh, I love Arizona. That's great. Texas UAV pilot says, greetings from Texas. I love Texas too. That's so cool. There's so much diversity in Texas. Like 1 minute you'll be in a desert, the next you'll be in the hill country, the next you'll be in a swampy place that looks just like Louisiana did. It's great. I love Texas. Hey, just Hooga said, do you have a gun you carry on you? I don't. So I have to be careful with how much information I give away, with how I'm traveling. Like, I'm sure, like you watching this right now, I'm sure you're a great person. You have nothing but the best intentions. But I don't know if somebody over here is watching and may not have the best in mind. So I don't want to get too much into what I carry with me, but I am prepared. Let's just say that. Don't try me. No, just kidding. I said that in a jokey way, but please. Hey, listen. Somebody, if you're out there plotting to kill me, double dog dare you not to. See? Now you can't. See, I'm here forever. So it looks like Jerry from Oregon has joined us. Hello, Jerry. How you doing? Glad you're here. Looks like we are in the half-hour mark in this chat. And just to remind you all, so we have like 25 minutes left, and then I'm hoping everyone from there can hop on to watching my new video, my channel trailer. The title is You Are My Travel Buddy. It's me looking up at a pink sky. The picture was from the Grand Canyon, if you're curious. But yeah, I'm hoping everyone can come join me. And then if you weren't here when I said it before, I'm asking everyone if you'd like to give me an anniversary present or help me out, please, please, please share that video, because I'd love to get as many new viewers to this channel as possible, and hopefully I can do it a very long time. because of that. Aldo says, do you edit your own videos? I do, yeah. How did I learn? I don't really know. I just started. I guess I just tried. It sounds so simple, but I started using iMovie, and then I switched onto this other app called VLLO that I still use, and it's been so, it's just been a learning process. I watch a lot of other, like, YouTube and Netflix and, like, any sort of video thing. I'm always thinking, like, oh, I like this. They have a lot of B-roll. I should use more B-roll. Or I'm counting, like, between shots, like how many seconds a shot lasts for. So I don't really know how I learned. I definitely watch YouTube tutorials. I listen to YouTube podcasts, and I just make observations about what I like and then try to put that into my own videos. Kimberly says, I'll be your protection. I'm only 5'9", but I have a pew-pew. LOL. Ah, Kimberly, you're a hoot. SMM says, seems like some people from Oregon, so I think you should consider a meetup when you're here. Fingers crossed we aren't swimming in smoke yet. LOL. Does Oregon get forest fires? I was really looking I guess I'm just curious to see what Oregon is like in July, because I'm picturing, like, not smoggy, but foggy, like waterfalls, everything's in the shade, or maybe a little rainstorm here and there, but like that, it seems like that's not how it would be year-round, so I am interested to see Oregon. I'm interested to see everything, really. But the PNW is the one region of America I hadn't been to before this trip. So, really looking forward to discovering that. Bruce Fluff said, what was the hardest part? Oh, that's a good question. What was the hardest part to get used to in your transition to van life? Maybe, okay, this might sound shallow and materialistic at first, but it was actually not having the internet, because that makes communicating with people hard. In the evenings when I just want to relax, like I can't always turn on Netflix. I can't always scroll through Facebook. So, not having that convenience was probably the hardest part, but I did just get a new phone and a plan recently, and I've gotten more data. So I am very, very thankful to that. I'm thankful for that, I should say. Incorrect grammar. Jerry sent a bunch of hearts. Thank you. Appreciate that. Graham says, I'm in Portland, Oregon. What kind of beer are you enjoying? It is a hazy IPA by Falls City Brewing. Eric says, I like your style. Thank you. Thanks. Greg Peterman says, just keeping on. 45 watching now. Not sure what you're talking about, Greg. Oregon coast in July is just perfect, Graham says. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Aldo says, your lighting is so good right now. Really? Because I feel like it's glaring at me. It's not any special bulb. It is, here's the box that it came in. It's just this little guy. It was like, I wouldn't say under $30 or something, but it's very handy. Use it a lot. John Swan says, hey, Maddie, congrats on your 1 year traveling in your van. Looking forward to the next dates. Thank you, John Swan. I am looking forward to sharing them with you. Hey, Just Hooga said, what do you think of Amber and Johnny? I don't know. Really, I don't really keep up with that stuff. Sometimes every now and then I feel like I'll stumble across it on social media and I'm like, ooh, what? Okay. But then I have to remind myself I haven't been following the case. I don't really know the backstory, so I have to remind myself not to, I guess, pick sides, even though, like, I'm not on the jury. It doesn't matter. But the short answer to that is I don't know enough about it to have an opinion on it. Tani Ferry says, would you take us on a live hike? Dude, I was actually just thinking about that today. First, I would have to have good, like, cell phone coverage, but some trails do have that. And I just wonder if it would be interesting enough for people to keep watching, because, you know, when I edit a video, it's like a flower, a shot going this way, a cool rock, and just like, you know, it's very, you always have something to look at. I don't know if it would be interesting, you know, watching the trees go past and they're all very similar looking. I don't know if that would be a really interesting live stream, but to answer your question, I definitely want to try sometime. So yeah, it might be coming up. Here I Am says, how do you stay warm in the winter? That is a great question. If you want a more in-depth answer of what I can tell you right now, I did make a video about it. I think it's called Winter Van Life, Surviving the Cold, Dark, and Bulky. The picture is me sitting in my doorway wearing my black jacket with my hood around my head. But anyway, basically, long story short, how I keep warm in the winter is I have a 0-degree sleeping bag that keeps me warm, and I always, when I'm like sitting up, hanging out before I go to bed, I have it as a blanket across my lap, and then of course I bundle up in it when I actually go to bed. I try to hang out in a building like a brewery or something as much as I can before going to bed. And then really I try to plan my trip based on the weather, but trying to go to all 50 years, trying to go to all 50 states within about a year and a half. You know, it's kind of hard because, like, yeah, just trying to go to all 50 states kind of wrecks my plans with trying to stay in good weather. CF What Day says, have you got any merch? T-shirts, pins, dig your videos. Oh, thank you so much. So actually, at one point, I did sell my own beer glasses. If you're interested, well, I don't have anything that I can show you in here, but it was the Beer and Beautiful Places logo, which if you go on my Instagram or TikTok, that is the black and white circle thingy. I sold my own beer glasses. If you're interested, email beerandbeautifulplaces1@gmail.com. No spaces or anything. And hopefully down the line, I want to, with my beer subscription service I was talking about earlier, I'm hoping to do, like, when you join the subscription service, you get a sticker, and then you can put it on a glass that you find at a local thrift shop, or say you have this really cool mason jar, or you just want to repurpose another beer glass. I don't really like the idea of always getting more and more stuff. So I'm thinking, how can we be environmentally friendly? How can we reproduce things or repurpose things, but still have a little Beer and Beautiful Places flair on there? Amy Walker says, I really enjoy your channel. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Amy. Amy. Just thank you, Amy. Sorry, I mispronounced your name. Bruce Plus says, how do you work your mail forwarding? Well, I do visit a lot of people around the US. I am very lucky to just happen to know a lot of people that don't mind hosting me. So far, like if a company wants to send me something, I will give them an address of people that I'm visiting that said they don't mind grabbing mail for me and then bringing it to me when we meet up. So, very lucky in that way. Otto says, do you read books? Do you exercise? I don't really read as much as I mean to. I've been working on the same book for seriously like about a year now. Yeah, I don't really read as much as I mean to, but I try. Ooh, I listened from, let's see, from like Moab to Missouri. I was listening to a book on CD, and that was so good because, you know, I go on long drives all the time, and it was really entertaining, even more entertaining because it's not like I listen to podcasts a lot, and having something new to listen to that's a little different was really good. Really nice. And the second part of the question was, do you exercise? Yeah, dude, I go on hikes all the time. I also try to run when I can, but being a solo female, I really have to think about where I'm gonna run, and it's just easier if I go to the gym sometimes. Planet Fitness for life. Greg says, hey, showing road travel more like Russ does, RV or TV does would be good. I will have to look that up. I don't know who that is. Angie says, selling my house and hope to be on the road full time in July if all goes as planned. I'm building out a Toyota 4Runner. I was thinking about living in a 4Runner myself. That is so exciting for you. Congrats. That's going to be so fun. Ryan Williams says, you have entertained us for hours. Getting that super chat so we can help on your trip like you save us from our boring life. Well, I am glad I can help ya. If anyone wants to throw a few bucks my way, I do have Patreon where you can decide how much you pay per month. Also, in most of my regular videos, not this live, sorry, but in most of my regular videos, I have my Cash App tag. So yeah, if you want to throw a few dollars my way, that would help. But if not, of course, I just appreciate you being here. Resolute retracted their message. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think they said? Do you think they said something mean to me and then they wanted to take it back? Antoinette says, love your channel. Congrats on your anniversary. Cheers to your mega future growth. I hope so. I sure hope so. I have so much fun with you all, and I really want to keep doing this forever. This has been such a blessing in my life. Resolute said, yes, I was hearing you. Oh, so do you mean you said a comment and then I answered the question, so you took back your question? I hope. Sorry for the lack of entertainment right now, but I am dying of thirst. So, to celebrate this, to celebrate my anniversary, my parents and I had some pizza tonight. And then, of course, I was having my beer earlier, but that is about gone now. So, now I have switched on to water because I am simply parched. It's also kind of hot out here. Anytime you sit in a parked car and it's not winter or fall or early spring, gonna get toasty. Oh, I do have my little fan here I could turn on, but that's noisy, so I'll just keep on going with this live stream. Aldo says, do you not want kids and a husband? Question mark ever. I do not want kids. If I had a husband that like was into similar stuff and wanted to not really have a steady job, or have a quote unquote, sorry person that annoys, but having a normal job. I put quotes around it because what is normal? You have to have the quotes there, I think. But anyway, having someone that always wanted to travel and just wanted to put all money towards traveling instead of like having no clothes, having a house. Like, I know I have a very different mindset than a lot of people when it comes to main life living. So, yeah. Don't want kids ever, ever, ever. Husband, maybe. If he's the right guy. Also, if he could help me edit videos. That is the dream team. Oh, Resolute. Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you for answering. And here I am says, do you have to sleep with windows cracked open? It depends where I am and how comfortable I am. I do have these rain shields. They were $100 to install, but they are very handy to have because I can crack my windows. And I have my fan that's pointed just so it like, okay, pardon all the boxes and stuff on my bed. You guys aren't supposed to see that. But I do have my fan that blows directly on me in bed. It is so nice. Love it. All right. Bruce said, looking forward to what is ahead. You do a wonderful job just being real. Happy 1 year anniversary. Thank you so much. Up. I am headed towards Iowa in the Dakotas next. Although I still have videos from Arkansas and Missouri that I haven't put out yet. That I've filmed them already, but I haven't, like, it hasn't come up in scheduling order. I did get to do 2 more sponsored videos. So, woo! Getting my, little business going here. Internet person says, oh dang, I'm the same little fan for my van. Twinsies! I love this fan. That is so fun. We have the same one. Max and Outdoors, I am going to the Badlands in South Dakota. Misk BS, thank you for letting me know. We have 5 minutes left. Let's do this. Does anyone have any final questions before we hop off here and I'm hoping everyone in this goes from exactly this live video and goes over to watch my video called You Are My Travel Buddy. It is my channel trailer. It explains kind of how I ended up on YouTube. A little bit of my life story, if I say so myself. And then, if you guys want to help me out, if you want to give me an anniversary present, I would love for you to share that video with someone, whether it's like in a Facebook group or just someone who watches YouTube and you think might enjoy it. Yeah, I would really like everyone as much as possible to share that video if you can. I would be so grateful. I'm trying to get the word out. All right. Kimberly says, oh, you have that fan too? Oh my gosh, we all have the same fan. GS Boss says, I'm heading back out next week. Any tips for making videos? Ooh, so many I can't even begin to articulate them. Man, I guess if you like go from dark to light, that doesn't look as professional. If you're using an iPhone, if you tap your screen twice, it'll keep the same exposure and focus. If you try to keep it as smooth as you can, and also, yeah, there's just so much. Tell the best story you can. I guess that's my main piece of advice, because there's a lot of things that look pretty, but if you're telling a good story and you're like bringing the viewer along with you, I think that really makes a good video, at least in my eyes. Oh yeah, Aldo says the dot, so I'm trying to answer these super cute questions. Thanks for all the videos. Here I am. Thank you. Lucy S., can we send you a gift, a physical gift? Ooh. I will have to get a P.O. box for that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, but stay tuned. I'll try to get a P.O. box. What do you use in the windows to stop the bugs? Well, so far, in the summertime, I was mostly in California all summer, and they don't have bugs. Up in the mountains, they don't anyway. How I found Maddie? Searching the Sienna. Ah, yes, good old Sienna. GS Boss says, thank yous. Greg said, I wanted a Sienna, but had to settle for an Odyssey. Both good. Okay, looks like that's all the questions. Please click on over to that video. The thumbnail is me looking up at the sky, and it's pink. Should be at the top of my page. Thank you all so much. Again, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. And I'll see you later. Bye.